To stay. Babe, I'm not staying, I just wanna play. In the party, he just wanna roll. Big boobs in the bus, they plump. She a baddie, she knows she a 10.
Hello everyone, welcome to Munch Bunch. And who doesn't love a quick burger and fries from a fast food place? So we thought that we'd find the best burger and fries from the 4 main fast food burger spots in Cortland: Wendy's, Burger King, McDonald's, and A&W. So, there she is, all her glory.
Presentation. Alright.
The bottom bun
the bottom looks good.
The top
Yeah.
bun.
Going on to fries, we have the large fry. That's a ton of fries. And you can see the salt on there too. Here's one fry.
Already salt coming down my fingers.
I hit mine.
That's a solid fry.
Look at all those sesame seeds.
In mine.
Yep, that would kill me. Everything's on mine.
Cheese doesn't look very melted on though.
Ooh,
Looks
bottom
like
bun.
bottom bun though.
solid though.
That bottom bun though.
Cheese. You can definitely taste the difference with the sesames than Wendy's. Alright. Have the fries, Cheers. Okay.
Sounds crunchy.
The salt ratio is a little less than Wendy's, I think. Crunch in the crust is a little bit firmer than Wendy's as well. But I feel like the potato ratio is there.
Alright. Where's the burger? Oh.
That'd be fat burger.
Ooh.
That's
Ooh. Bun presentation. Oh.
Oh
Is that
my
a sesame
God.
seed?
It's
Or that's a
it's
pickle.
That's a pickle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
bottom bun, a little bubble, but listen to that color.
Right there, bro.
Thank you, Carter.
I don't know if I have one.
The bun is gonna be higher than the others.
No.
Look at the thickness of the bun.
No. Very bun.
Ratios are perfect on this. Let's get a fry.
Let's get some
The fry, pretty firm on the fry.
Yeah, these are all pretty.
Feels pretty crusty.
Look at how firm
Get the
they are.
salt. Put a little bendage, but it's firm. It's firm. It's
Let
firm.
me get.
Definitely a little greasy, but you know, it's to be expected.
Cheers,
Yeah, a little cheers action.
I'm trying to look at the salt. Oh, there's a hair. Alright, we're not eating that one.
These are lacking in the salt department. Surprising.
They are.
Wow. I feel like I'm eating cardboard. I don't have any taste.
What's all that movement back there? What's all that movement? What's it called?
524. This one's on my house, boys.
Here's a tip though.
Oh, here's a tip. You guys all give ones? I give a 5. Alright, we got a high chair for Carter. This guy's breaking in. Oh,
Look how clumsy. Ooh, yes.
Okay.
Little squishiness on the
Design,
design.
but it's okay. It's okay.
I think it's a little bit bigger than McDonald's.
Okay.
Ooh. Alex
This
got
is-
the best
yeah,
piece.
Going for that, John.
This is the best
Oh,
meat
ours are like the
ratio we
force
have.
Oh, look at the ratio of the
Don't-
burger to
don't
the
use my
bun.
razor.
Look at Alex's.
Look at this bottom bun.
The way it's
Looks
layered.
Like a pancake.
Oh, Carter, show that again.
It's
Looks like
wow.
those Italian chips. I forget what
That's
they're called.
The
beautiful.
toast on that bun.
Salad.
It's too good.
Let's go. Can they pull it off? Fit another fry in this place. Let's pour it out.
Filled to the back. Wow. Looks like. Yeah, Mr. Crunch.
It like melts in your mouth almost.
You can hear the crunch. Ooh.
Oh, have mercy. I'm thinking about
Salt ratio is a bit on the low side, but
Yes, I was gonna say.
it's okay. It feels like I get a little bit more salt on my fingertips than I get.
Yes.
in my mouth. Oh. Look at that oil display.
Juicy.
God.
That's a juicy fry. So the first place we went to was Wendy's, and Evan, what'd you think of the burger?
Well, I thought at first the portion was very small, so I gave it a 2 out of 10. The presentation in the video it was just whack, so I gave it a 2 out of 10. And then for taste, I said it didn't really taste like anything, so I gave it a 4 out of 10. The bun was very soft and mushy. It really didn't taste like anything. It was like wet, moist. Didn't really like that. For the fries, taste I gave a 8 out of 10. For the crust ratio, I gave it a 9.5 out of 10. For salt ratio, I gave that a 9 out of 10. And I don't even really like salt. And then for size, there was a ton just for that large. I gave it a 10 out of 10.
So the Wendy's burger, when we ordered it, it only came in a junior size. I was like, well, what about the regular size cheeseburgers? And they only had the kids portion. The portion size wasn't there. I gave that a 2.1. Presentation, it had some side slack, as you'll see in the video. That wasn't lined up correctly. Gave that 2.4 for presentation. A 7.7 for the taste. It was an alright burger. You'd have to order a couple of those because of the size, but they'll do. The bun quality had some creases, had some cracks. Gave that a 6.1. The fries, the potato and crust ratio, I thought that it was there and it had a perfect crust. I gave that 8.6. Salt ratio was also on the high side there for the fries. Gave that 9.6. And the size, portion, and fry quality size, I gave that 8.4. The taste was a 6.3 because, as Luke agrees, it had a little chemical taste.
A little artificially.
Yeah.
I also agree that the portion size for the burger is very small, so I gave that a 3 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
For the presentation, I gave it a 5. If you remember, the bun was kind of smushed, just didn't look very appealing. The taste, I gave that a 7. It didn't really blow me away. It wasn't amazing. And bun quality, a 6. As we said, it was pressed in. That was a total of 5.25 out of 10.
That's the average for your burger?
Yeah.
5.2.
And then the fries really blew us away. They were very good.
Yes.
The crust ratio, I gave it 8.4. The salt ratio was a 9.4. The portion size was very big, so I gave it a 9. I think it was the biggest out of any fry we got.
Yeah.
And taste, 8.75.
Solid.
And a total of 8.8 for the average for the fries.
Yeah, the Wendy's burger, like Carter was saying, we wanted a normal size hamburger and they would not comply with that, so they gave us a junior burger that we had to split in 4, so I gave the portion size of the Wendy's burger a 1. The presentation, I gave it a 3.9. The bun was not in line with the burger, and the top bun was practically falling off. The taste, though, surprised me a little bit. I gave it a 7.1. Based on the look, the cheese was what surprised me. The cheese wasn't that bad, and the ham was above average, I'd say. And for the bun quality, I gave it a 4.3. It overall just didn't look appetizing, and it wasn't proportionate with the burger. So for the average, I gave about a 4. And for the fries, Wendy's fries came out swinging. The taste was what I had rated the worst with 8.1 just because of the aftertaste that Carter explained. The potato crust ratio, I gave a 9.8. Could use a very tiny amount more of crust, but I think it was basically perfect. But the salt ratio, I gave a 10. I think that was perfect. The size, I gave a 9.4. We got a bang for our buck with the amount of fries that we got, and the size of the fries are very good. The average for my fries was a 9.3. So our average for the Wendy's burger, out of the 4 of us, we had a 3.3 out of 10, and our average for the fries was an 8.8 out of 10. So Burger King had sesame on their buns, and there's signs about cross-contamination, so I sat out for Burger King, but Carter, what did you have for the Burger King?
So the Burger King burger kind of reminded me of Wendy's a little bit with the soft bun. The portion size was a little bit bigger, but it wasn't that much big. It was 4.2 for the portion size. I gave that one. Presentation, like the Wendy's, had a little bit of creasage, broke off little pieces at the bun. I gave that 5.3. The taste was just there with the Wendy's. It wasn't nothing spectacular. I gave that 7.5. And the bun, it was soft. It did complement the cheese and the ketchup a little bit. I gave that 7.4. My average for the burger was a 6.4. For the fries, the potato crust ratio was up there a little bit, 7.3. A little bit too much crust, I think. The salt ratio, Wendy's came out swinging, gave us a good example, set the bar high. They didn't come and match that. They were low on the salt ratio. Gave that a 7.8. The taste of the fries, I gave a 7.4 just because it didn't have that chemically artificial
like
taste.
A real potato.
I gave that 7.4 total.
I gave the portion size a 5. It was a little bit bigger than Wendy's, but it wasn't.
Yeah, definitely bigger
insanely
than Wendy's.
Presentation, I gave it a 6. It got some bonus points for the sesame seeds on it. And taste, I gave it a 7. I thought it tasted a little bit better than Wendy's. And bun quality was an 8 for me, giving the burger a total of 6.25. Fries, I gave it a taste of 7. Potato crust ratio of 8. Salt ratio of 6.9. And size was a 6. Totaling a 6.975 for me.
Starting off with the burger, for portion, I had 5 out of 10. It was a little bigger than Wendy's, but it wasn't that big. Presentation, 6 out of 10. Looked really pretty with the sesame seeds. For taste, I said 3.5 out of 10.
Ooh.
Too much ketchup, and like when I bit into it, it made like a styrofoam sound when I bit into it.
Okay.
And then the bun was a 5 out of 10, mostly because of the looks. And my total was a 4.8. And for fries, the taste, I gave it a 6 out of 10. Crust ratio, 6 out of 10. The salt ratio, it was salted very inconsistently. So one you'd get really salty, one you'd get nothing. So I give it a 4 out of 10. Size, I did, because we based that off a portion and how big the fry was, I give it a 6.7 out of 10, making my total of 5.6.
So overall, between these three guys, they had the Burger King burger with an average of 5.8 out of 10, and the fries with a 6.6 out of 10. All right, Evan, what did you think of McDonald's?
Based on the burger, taste, I give it a 7 out of 10. Portion, I give it a 7 out of 10. I felt like it was pretty big compared to like the size of the other ones in my hand. Presentation, I gave it an 8 out of 10. It looks really pretty. I loved that burger. I would kiss that burger. Bun was an 8.7. Well, bum, and which makes it a 9.6 for me in total. For fries,
9.6.
yeah,
Wow.
fries. For taste, I give it a 2 out of 10. I didn't really taste anything at all. For crust ratio, a lot of them were just soggy, or they were the hardest thing in the world. Like, you couldn't even eat them.
Inconsistent.
Yeah, very inconsistent. For salt ratio, there was like none on them, which is very uncharacteristic of McDonald's, saying how they got them salty fries.
Yeah.
And then for size, I mean, it's a huge portion. So that rounds it off at a 4 for me for fries.
Portion size, I gave it an 8. It was definitely bigger than Wendy's. Everything's bigger than Wendy's. Presentation, I gave it 8.5. The cheese was melting on the side. The buns were in perfect line with each other. And the puffiness of the bun, how thick it was, I like that. The taste, I gave it an 8.3. Definitely an above average burger. And to round it out, the bun quality, I had 9. The bun looked very appetizing, but the little knocker for it was the little pickle seed that was left
Yeah, the
on
random
top.
pickle.
My average for the burger was an 8.5 out of 10. And the fries were very underwhelming. I gave it a 2.6 on the taste. It just tasted like cardboard. The potato to crust ratio, I gave it 3.9. It needs a lot more crust. The crust it was like a layer of wet paper. The salt ratio, I gave it a 4.7. Definitely needs more salt. There's a little bit, but definitely not enough. And the size, overall, I gave it a 7.2. They gave us a lot of fries, but the fries were very small and skinny. So overall, I gave the fries a 4 for the average.
For my burger from McDonald's, it looked very clean. It had the artificial look like it came out of a machine. The portion size was alright, way bigger than Wendy's because of the junior size burger. I gave that 6.9. Presentation, like I said, was almost perfect. The bun puffiness was there, the brownness, it had like a caramel look to the bun. 7.9 for presentation. Taste, there was an 8.1, being my highest taste so far. The cheese did help that rating a little bit. Bun quality, I gave that an 8.9 to round out my burger from McDonald's at an 8.1. Fries, they didn't do the job. For potato crust ratio, I had 5.2. It was very inconsistent. Some fries were a centimeter long, some were probably like 8 inches. Salt ratio wasn't there as well. I felt like it lacked a lot of salt, 5.9 for that. The size, they did give us a good portion size. Like I said, it was very inconsistent.
A lot
with
of
the
fries.
I gave that 7.3. The taste, the salt was a big factor in the taste for fries, so the salt wasn't there. I encouraged a 5.9 for the taste, for my average for the fries being 6.1.
For the portion size for the burger, I gave it a 7.6. For the presentation, I gave it an 8. I knocked a few points off because it looked a little too perfect.
Really?
Yeah, it looked sort of fake to me.
Yeah,
I'm not
that's
gonna
what I'm
lie,
saying.
how
That's
perfect the taste. I gave it 8.6.
Yeah.
It was probably the second best burger we had, I want to say.
Very good burger.
Bun quality, 9.2. It's almost
bun.
perfect.
Yep. Burger bun.
And that totals to an 8.75 for the burger.
Munch.
High scoring burger from Alex there.
Yeah.
That's a
The
good one.
fries, give it taste a 3.5. I wasn't very impressed. The
Yep.
potato to crust ratio, I gave it a 6.2. Salt ratio, I gave it a 5. Some fries were extremely salted, while some didn't have any on it. And the size, I gave it an 8, totaling to a 6.475.
What'd you think of A&W?
So for burger, I had the portion at an 8 out of 10. I thought it was very big and it was bigger than my hand. It was nice. Presentation looked pretty. 9 out of 10. Taste had that nice grill taste on it. It wasn't like that artificial like how you guys were saying. So 9 out of 10. Bun looks pretty. 9 out of 10. Making my average of the A&W burger an 8.8. For fries, I love the taste of the fries. Taste was 10 out of 10. The crust ratio,
Big number right there.
there was a lot more crunch than there was potato, so 5 out of 10 for that. Salt ratio wasn't really that salty at all, so I gave it a 3.5 out of 10. And then for size, I thought it was a decent size for the portion and the bag that they gave us, so 6.5 out of 10. Making my total a 6.25 for fries.
So the A&W burger, very good.
Yeah.
The portion size, I gave it a 9.3.
Okay.
It was a very big burger, the biggest one we had. Presentation, I gave it 8.9. The melted cheese, the look of the bun, everything just looked pristine.
Yeah.
The taste, I gave it a 9.2. I love how salty the burger tasted, and the cheese was very good as well. Bun quality, though, I gave it 8.4. The toasting of the
Yeah.
bun did most of the
yeah.
work. Average of my A&W burger was a 9. And the fries were pretty solid too. The taste, I gave it 8.6. They tasted good, but the potato to crust ratio did not hit. 4.6. There was too much crust, not enough potato. The salt ratio, I gave it a 6.2. It's definitely above some of the others, but it does need more salt, I think. And the fries, I gave them a 5.8. The fries weren't very big. It felt as if for the size of the fries, we should have gotten more fries. And overall, my average of the fries were 6.3.
For my A&W burger, the portion size I felt like was comparable to McDonald's. I feel like it was squished down a little bit, but I kind of liked that. It was a 7.4 for portion size for me. Presentation, like Luke said, like the bun, the crust toasting on the bottom bun was borderline to perfect. So I gave that 8.4 presentation. Taste, it was there. I gave it taste 8.6. Bun quality, again with that perfect toast, gave it a 9.2. My burger was 8.4. The fries, potato crust ratio, I feel like just like McDonald's, the size of these fries were inconsistent. They are a little on the smaller side. They did pack the package pretty tight though. Salt ratio, I gave a 6.8. Size, portion, and fry size, gave it 7.6. The taste, I gave it 8.5. I gave that 7.4 out of my fry average.
The burger portion size at 8.5, I thought it was the best we had. I gave the presentation a 9. It looked great. The taste, 9.1. And bun quality, 8.7. I like how the bun was sort of toasted. It really added to it. It totaled to an 8.825. Fries, I gave the taste an 8. Potato to crust ratio a 7. It felt like they were too burnt, kind of. It feels like they overcooked our fries. Salt ratio, I gave it a 6.3. And size, 7.3. They really packed that small little package they gave us. And that totals to a 6.7 for the fries.
All right, so we have our results. If you want the best burger, you should go to, surprisingly, McDonald's, an underdog. They beat A&W by 0.05. McDonald's, we had 8.75 average burger, and A&W at 8.7. So basically the same, but we'll mention we went to the very nicer McDonald's.
Yeah.
We did.
So
That
that
might
probably
play a factor.
that could play a factor into it. And if you want the best fries, I think you could tell from the beginning, go to Wendy's. We gave it 8.8 out of 10. It was great, and we really enjoyed the Wendy's fries. However, if you want to go to one place and get fries and burgers from the same place, where you're gonna want to go is A&W.
To stay. Babe, I'm not staying, I just wanna play. In the party, he just wanna roll. Big boobs in the bus, they plump. She a bad